Hello, hello, hello. I hope my voice is clear, loud, and audible. Okay. Let me know, guys, whether my voice is completely clear or not. Okay. So, hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. In the previous video, we were facing some issues and don't know how, due to some overload or maybe something like that, my laptop just, shut down. It was saying something, some error happened or something like that, and it just went off. Okay. So I was unable to conclude the video, and that created a lot of. We have encountered some of the errors which was very easy to cure, but due to not analyzing it, I was unable to solve that. So we will be solving out that code as well, and we will be understanding more concepts for on-click listener. So the spelling should be renamed. Instead of for this one, I'll write on click listener, pause button dot on click listener. And what we have to do here is we have to be curing the bindings over there. Okay. What exactly over there? I was unable to fetch the data. So how to fetch that data properly over that, our error will be perfectly resolved. Okay. So what we will be doing here is after writing this part, here you have, set. I'll write binding equals to activity main binding dot inflate. Okay. Then after writing this inflate, we will be telling us what exactly you have to give. You have to specify the layout which you need. So it will be giving us layout inflator. Okay. So I'll write layout inflator. Okay. So this will be done over here. And after this, what we will be writing, we will be specifying the views. Okay. So for views, I'll write val view equals to binding dot root. Okay. So that we will be writing, and after that it will be fine. What exactly it's giving us the error? It will be showing us that binding has not been specified. So we can either import it or like that. So what I'll do here is I'll be importing the binding. So here I'll click import com dot example dot media player dot data binding. Okay, data binding dot activity main binding. Okay, like that I have to specify over here. So what I'll do, I'll go up here and we will check what error it's giving us. It's giving us that more actions, rename reference. So nothing. If that is giving us the error, we will check how to bind data. So data binding in Kotlin. Like that. So we will be just having a look at this data binding library over here, which you can see presented. So inside this, it shows all the things regarding data binding library, what you can do, how to import and all these things. Okay, so we will be having a look. So I'll write so You can either refer some of the different documentation, or you can either head over a little down and you can check in this Geeks. I have loaded the Android Studio. Just a second. Yeah, this is here. Accidentally, I closed the Android Studio. That was the reason I have to restart it. Now, as soon as it will be open, you can see that here we have project. Inside the project, it will take a second or so to load. So yeah, let's give it a second. And till then, we will be discussing what were the basic errors, which I hope many of you guys might have already solved. Okay. So the first one was typing error. Then apart from that typing error, we were having binding objects. Okay, so we were unable to give the binding objects. So yeah, in this part you have to add what it's telling us. It's telling us that in this part we have to add go to build script module and add the following code. Okay, so yeah, we'll see where exactly he's adding the code. Okay. So here Android namespace. Inside this he has added binding features dot true. Okay, so we will be adding that as well. Copy and we'll go here. And in this, we will be checking release notes. Okay, so after this build types, I'll paste it here. Build features. So we will be adding that as well. Default config. Okay, yeah. So here we'll add that code and I'll write sync now. And let's give it a second to get synced. Till then, what I'll do here is I'll be checking what he has imported in the main file. So here, okay. So here he has just imported the simple thing as we have done. So let's check how this thing is working. So we'll give it some time till then it's, running all these files and running all these errors and all these things. So yeah, let's give it a minute. So as of now, let's check. Right click, reference name. Yeah, so it will work fine, don't worry. Till then, let's do one thing. Let's resolve the basic major parts, and we will be adding that binding part after completing this one because this is taking some time. It will automatically be cleared when we when the Android Studio will load all these files. Okay, so till then I'll just write play btn like that equals to binding dot play btn. Okay, so that's it. Close that. Close all these files as well. Okay. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to be checking out the things which were not giving us error. Okay, so we'll write copy Set content view will be view, the view which we have created. Okay, so that will be the view, and let me analyze it whether it's working or not. Don't know why this was giving us the error, proper error. But yeah, let's do one thing. Let's start with the code and yeah, finding.play btn. Then we have val pause btn. Okay, so that pause board button will be also right. Finding dot pause btn. Finding dot pause btn like that. And the final one will be val stop btn. So it will be binding dot stop btn. So this will be the basic btn part where we are going to be specifying the variables. So I'll remove this line, I'll remove this line, and also I'll remove this line. Okay. Now this part will be running and it won't be giving us that sort of error which we were getting just now. Set content view will be view. We have to make sure the files looks good. I don't know why this data binding is still throwing error, but it will be working fine. Trust me, because the error has been resolved over here. Okay. Class main activity works good. And as soon as we have specified these buttons, you can see that that part was cleared. Okay. Now, what we are going to do here is we are going to be modifying some of the changes. Okay. Okay. So we can see that there are hundreds of errors in the code. And while I was utilizing some of the difference, I was seeing that we are still getting a lot more errors. Okay. So what I'm thinking to do here is we will be using a same sort of approach, but with different, you know, implementation. What we will be doing here is we will be making some changes and making it little easier to, implement. So what I'll do, first of all, I'll remove this binding over here because I think that will be not necessary. Binding I'll remove. So the variables which we have created, no. Similarly, we will write all the variables. Play, pause, seek, bar. Okay. So we will give that as well. So we'll write variable. So now as you can see that the error is still arising and it is not going off. Maybe do some issues or maybe the compatibility issue or maybe the upgradation issue. So what I'll do here is I'll use a different format. So what I'll be what I'll be doing, I'll be using Exoplayer. So Exoplayer is an open source media player library which is developed by Google. It is specifically designed for Android application and it provides a powerful framework for playing audio and video content. So Exoplayer is widely used in Android app development because of its versatility and support for various media formats and streaming protocols. Okay, so we will be using that for now. Okay, so what we will do, we will do the changes in this code. First of all, let's start with the Android mail.xml file. So what we will do, we will just add a new thing over here. We will add com dot Google Exoplayer. Okay, And inside this, you can see we have player view. So we will add the player view and it will give the width as match parent and similarly match parent. Okay. You can see that we are getting sort of a view over there, and then we will have top to top of parent. Okay. Then after that we will add start. Then after that we will add start to the start of start to start of. And inside start to start of again I'll add a parent. And similarly in the last one I'll write end to end of parent as well. Okay, so these things will be added, and by this we have successfully added our player view over here. Okay, so now our player view part has been done. Now we'll head over to the main activity file, and inside the main activity file we will be implementing some of the basic code. Okay, so what we will be doing inside the main activity file, we will be let me do one thing, let me remove this part and you know remove it, and we'll do what, we'll do some changes, and that will implement our media player and will be having a better output. Okay, so what you can do over here is firstly remove this particular part over here. So inside this we will be keeping the basic part, and after keeping the basic part, let's do one thing, let's add exo player over here. So we'll head over to project. Inside project, I'll go for Gradle scripts. Okay. And here you can see that we have successfully added the exo player. Okay. So you have to just go to the Gradle script, and inside the dependency, you have to copy paste this particular line, and there you will be having your code ready to run properly. Okay. So this is your dependency. You have to write sync now. As soon as you will write sync now, it will take about a minute or so. Okay. And after writing that, you will be not facing this issue over here. Okay. Yeah. So our Gradle has been synced successfully. Now, what we will be doing here is we will be implementing changes. Okay. So let's do one thing. Let's head over to this part. Okay. Main activity.kt. Inside this main activity.kt, what we are going to do, we are going to remove all this part, and let's keep media player also. I'll remove it for now. Okay. Bundler will remove media player as well. And instead of that, I'll use URI. Import android.net.uri. Okay. So android.net.uri will be using that for now. And after this, what you have to write, you have to write player view. So inside this, we will be changing the player view like that, and we will specify it as player view. Okay, so player view, this we will be specifying it like that. Okay. Now, what I'll be doing, I'll be removing all the other lines which were present. So remove. And inside this binding part also I'll be removing. So remove. And remaining part also will be removed over here. So I'll do what? I'll just go and remove all these set of lines. Okay, till here. Okay, so this part also removed and bracket 1, bracket 2, like that. Our bracket has been specified and other all the parts have been removed successfully. Okay, so now what we will do, we will write a fresh start. So inside this fresh start, I'll write player view equals to find view by ID. Inside the find view by ID, I'll write r dot id dot player view. So here we'll have player view. Maybe we have not specified the ID in this, so we'll head over back and let's check. Yeah, we have not given it the ID. So I'll give the ID as ID, and inside this I'll give ID player underscore view. So player view. This will be the ID that we will give, and now this ID error will be resolved properly. Let me rewrite it. Yeah, here's the player view. Okay. Now what I'll write, I'll be writing a simple exoplayer instance. Okay. So what I'll be doing, I'll be creating an instance. For that, I'll write player equals to simple exoplayer like this. Simple exoplayer dot builder. Okay. Now inside this builder, we will write this and dot build. So we'll write this statement builder dot build like that. And after this, we will be specifying this player over here. So I'll write private late int variable player, and the player will be simple exoplayer. Okay, simple exoplayer. So yeah, simple exoplayer, and this will be the exoplayer that we are telling. Or it says activity does not clear the declaration. It actually has that. So we have to wait for this to go. This error has to be gone. And yeah, you can see the error has successfully resolved automatically. Now, what we will be doing, we will be creating a new file that is player view dot player equals to player like that. So we will be specifying what we will be attaching the player to the view. Then what I'm going to do, I am going to define the media. So for defining the media, I'll write variable media item, media item. Inside this media item, I'll write media item dot from URI like that, dot from URI, and inside the URI we will be writing the URI. So URI dot parse, and you have to just provide the string over here. So we will write string as Android dot resource. Okay, then colon slash slash, we'll write the package name. So package name will be the same package name. Okay, and the remaining will be same as well. So what exactly I'm doing here is I'll be writing a package name. Okay, this will be the package name from package name. It will fetch itself. Then we'll write plus, and inside this I'll write a backslash and again plus, and then I'll write r dot raw dot sample music. Okay. So this we will be utilizing sample music over here. And after initializing the sample music, we will head over back and let me minimize it. And yeah, saying what error it's giving us exactly. Okay, so it will be resolved automatically. Let's wait for some time for that. Then what I'm going to do, we are going to set the media player, media item to the player. So player dot set media item. Inside this, I'll specify the media item which we have stored over there in the variable. Then we will write player dot prepare. So we will be preparing our player and player dot play. Okay. So this will play. And what we have to write one more thing, we have to write function one more. That is right after this bracket we have to specify. So I'll write override function on destroy what you have to do, super dot on destroy. Okay, what will do, it will release the player when activity is destroyed. So I have to write player dot release. Okay, this will release our player when the activity will be done and we will be not doing any sort of work or anything like that. Okay, so yeah, this is what our basic player looks like. Okay. So what it does right now, it is giving us the error in this URI part. I don't know why. Let me check. Yeah, we will be importing that URI, and as soon as we will import it, it should properly get resolved from there. So let's check. Okay, so I still don't know why this is not getting resolved, but yeah, it should technically get resolved because that part is completely over. So we haven't added media exo player. Then you have to write UI player view. Then media item should also be imported. So import com.android.exoplayer2.media item. So media item. Okay. We'll give it a media item. That's the only reason why it was not working, I think so. So we will specify the media item as well, and we have to even give it an exoplayer as well. Okay. So media item has been specified. Then again import com dot google dot android dot exoplayer2 dot exoplayer. Okay. So as soon as I will specify the exoplayer, then things must look good. Yes. Now, as soon as we write this, we should be properly working with the code. And yeah, this is the media player that has been added. That way it was not working properly. And as soon as we will remove that, you can see that our code is now not giving us any errors. Okay, it is just giving us suggestions which you can use. Actually, it is depreciated in Java. That's why it's giving us the error, but still it will work fine. If it's depreciated, it does not mean that it will not work. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll head over to our emulator. Okay. And we'll hit run. So let's give it a second so that it should run properly. It will take a minute or so to get executed properly. Okay. Till then we can properly wait, and yeah, you can see that our activity has been established, and this is the exact. See, the buttons are of no use technically because we are using a play pause feature. Oops, play pause. Here we have the buttons. This button is here, this button is here. So either you can do what? You can remove these buttons from here and it will be still fine. Because in exactly in media player, what you need to do, here is you have to just specify player view. Apart from that, you don't need to do anything and things will be working itself. Okay. So if I will remove all the things as well from the layout as well, like yeah, you can see this full layout. I have removed each and everything. Now, if I will again close this, open the emulator, we also remove from sidebar and yeah, this is the emulator. And if I will rerun the emulator, you will be seeing that the layout will be still the same. Okay. Yeah. See, you can still see that the song and media is playing properly and we are not getting any errors at all. Okay. So this is how exactly we deals with audios over here. This is how exactly we do audio, understand how audio works. Okay. Same thing you can do for video as well. Okay. Same thing you can follow for video. So for implementing video, you have to use a similar code, okay? But you just basically needs 2-3 modifications. What is the first modification? You have to firstly download a sample video in your app, and then you have to, you have to add a player view, which we have already done. Okay. So in an XML file, we will be just having a player view and any necessary control. What we have to check for some of the files which is there or not. Okay. What we will be changing the media source for the video, and rest all the things will be same. So what I'll do here is I'll quickly download a sample video. Okay. So sample video download. So I click sample video download, and it will give me some of the free videos. So I'll just download this video. Okay. So yeah, you can see the video has been downloaded. I'll head over to the directory, and inside the directory I'll rename it to sample video like that. Okay. And we'll click copy, and let's close this. Okay. And as soon as we'll click copy over here, you can see that we are going to give it a proper data over here. So inside this raw file, project and raw, will paste it. Okay. So you can see sample video.mp4 like that. It has got the video. I'll close this part, and we will be just opening the video. So sample music, I'll change the name to sample video. R dot raw dot sample video like that. So now we'll reload, and let's wait till it works properly or not. See, you can see that the video is working properly fine with all the controls, okay, present over here. So you can see that we have controls. We can pause, we can even do the previous part as well. You can do full controls of the video as well, and this is how exactly it's working properly. Okay. It's working proper in a efficient and proper manner, and it's even creating all these things in a proper part. Right. So this is how we deals with video, and this is how we do deals with audio as well. We're using Exoplayer. You can use different approach as well, and that approach will be little different, but it will work the same way as well. Okay. You can even search on documentations regarding the proper uh, functions or proper things which you can use to add video or media in your Android project. So I hope you have understood whatever we have learned in this video. Okay, so this was pretty much it for this video. I will see you in the next video, where we will be understanding more different parts. We will be creating a new project using this knowledge which we have just learned. Okay, so I'll see you in that video. Till then, see you, have a great day, and